This is a radio broadcast from the Good Boys Gone Bland. Seek shelter now. Hello and welcome to Good Boys Gone Bland, Season 7, Episode 11, State of the Podcast 7. I am your co-host, Denali.
I'm your co-host, Ryan.
I'm your co-host, Jace.
I almost confused myself with all the numbers I said in the beginning here, because it's been a while since our last State of the Podcast. But for the newly anointed this season, this is the episode where we take apart and dissect our season, the Bunker Apocalypse season, and just kind of do a debrief, because it's been a while since we've been in this space. So Ryan, I mean, how are you feeling about how your season went? This was your first pitch that made it.
Yeah, I couldn't be more happy. This was my favorite season. I think I came to that conclusion a few episodes ago. I think this and Matthew McConaughey was really good, but something about the variety we have here where sometimes apocalypse movies kind of are driven by stars, right? So give us a lot of variety there, but then everybody also has a really concrete idea of what a disaster movie is in their brain. So I thought it was good. It was a lot of variety, some really stinkers. Let's make that very clear. We watched some of the worst movies we've seen.
Oh, yeah.
But also some really high highs. And I was surprised at how high the highs got, kind of outside of your typical disaster movie, right? Because we had some ones like Everything Everywhere All at Once that really blew me away and surprised me, but they were not traditional movies. Mm-hmm. And I liked that. So I had a good time. I'm not burned out. If we were supposed to watch another movie this week, I would have watched it.
Yeah, I agree on the variety, Ryan. And also, I think this season has the benefit of just having a wild concept, because in my opinion, I think some of our best seasons are the ones where we're taking a concept and just drilling it super hard. Like the dog season was my favorite for that reason. Even though
the horror movie one was good too, though.
Yeah, and even though there's extreme lows, I don't actually mind because the episodes themselves are fun to do. But then I remember when I have to watch a new shitty movie, I'm like, oh my God, why? Watching watching Geostorm after Moonfall for me was just oh my fucking God, or just throughout that season. But
for me, it wasn't as bad as about Serenity on the Anne Hathaway season, right? That was the low of the podcast for me. Even though I liked the movie, that was
I can't believe you liked that. Yeah, that was anyway. This isn't the Anne Hathaway State of the Podcast. Jace looks busy right now. For those of you on the
Jace is crunching numbers.
I'm doing numerical inputs. As everybody, did we give the synopsis of what we do?
Yeah, I mean, we go over the season, but Jace, he actually records what scores we give the movies throughout the season, our movie meters, and then whatever specific meter we give it. I think it was the apocalymeter this season, and Jace is adding those up to kind of give the final results. Jace is kind of our resident mathematician. He's the only one who's capable of doing this complex math.
And if anybody out there is hiring and is looking for somebody who needs, knows Excel or something, or whatever mathematicians use, check out our YouTube channel. You can see Jace at work.
See, that's not actually pump your brakes there, buddy.
Feel free to send us a job offer.
Oh yeah, we send them that, right?
And feel free to send us a job offer in our email.
Yeah,
and Jace will respond.
I'm scared that you're writing a check that I can't cash, because knowing Excel and what I do in Excel are two very different things.
I always thought knowing Excel was making a bar graph, but everyone's been telling me it's more than that. And
I learned it a little bit for accounting stuff.
I still don't know what a pivot table is.
I don't know either.
Oh God, I'm bored. I'm so bored. Jesus Christ.
I'm so fucking bored.
Sorry, we're talking about Excel during a movie podcast.
Listen, people listen to this podcast to get away from their shitty jobs, okay? We can't remind them of the capitalist hellscape they live in.
And record this podcast to get away from their shitty jobs.
Yeah. Unless you're laid off, like me. So, a couple items on the agenda here, okay? I have some discussion points. Jace, you can dive in whenever you want. Don't feel pressure. I know you're working hard in the corner
he's
there.
He's scribbling. That's what I mean. He's working real good.
I want to make sure he's still involved here, okay? You can pause the math if you need to. But in a previous episode, I kind of asked, like, what disaster would win in a fight. That was kind of episode 5. But now that we have 10 episodes, I kind of wanted to posit this again because we had a lot of apocalypse scenarios we went over throughout all these movies. And, like, what's the one that would win if they all had a battle royale? You know, you have, like, I think last time we were kind of thinking Fifth Element, right? The evil planet thing.
Does that blow the planets up?
I think it shoots an asteroid, right? That's how it was trying to destroy Earth.
Wait, sorry, the Fifth Element. I feel like it shows up at Earth, and then it spreads unimaginable evil across the universe. So I think it's more of a metaphorical world end death type deal.
I think maybe the actual physical object, like Moonfall or Don't Look Up.
Yeah, but those don't pour chocolate syrup on people's heads like the Fifth Element does.
That's
so
true.
You have to keep that in mind too, kind of overall effect base. Okay, moon's pretty big, right? How big is the moon across?
It's a quarter of the Earth's diameter, but only 1% of its mass.
So 10, 15 miles, 16 miles across?
Yeah, at least 16 miles.
Okay, because the asteroid in Don't Look Up was 10 kilometers across, right?
Yeah, about 6 miles.
Okay, all right, Doogie Howser. This asteroid is going to be small. It's not going to beat the moon. Out of the contention, I think, right?
However, I think the moon's size was a little bit distorted in the movie Moonfall because it wasn't the real moon. Like, the moon wasn't a rock. We were all supposed to be wrong that the moon was solid rock. It was like a hollow shell.
Well, the camera also adds 10 pounds, so it looks bigger as well.
That is true.
Yeah, okay, the camera adds 10 pounds to 10 trillion billion pounds. Yeah.
Well, it's relative.
Okay.
It added 1 trillion billion pounds to.
So are we thinking in weight classes here? So the moon in Moonfall is like the heavyweight class, the heavyweight division, right? Don't Look Up's out of contention. What other movies did we watch? Holy shit. I don't even know.
Geostorm, man.
Geostorm. Okay, so in Geostorm, all of the satellites were pointed inwards at the Earth, right?
Right.
None of them were pointed outwards that could stop a moon. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we're fighting them. There's one Earth, and
they're fighting each other, right?
Okay. So I thought it was like a contest as to how good they could destroy humanity.
No, each other. Who would win in a fight, bro? I don't care about two people fighting
Put
the
them in a
audience.
ring.
Yes.
I think Moonfall's up there, dude. It's the freaking moon, and it's got the AI thing in it. It's got a sentient, and there's farms or something. I forget. It's a weird movie.
Right.
I forgot that the moon was actually falling to the Earth because of the.
Yeah.
Huh.
Because of the mega structure. So
okay, how about the bagel?
The bagel's pretty small compared to the moon. I think it'll just bounce
Everything
off it.
Everywhere All at Once. By the way, if you haven't seen that movie, it's about an everything bagel, and that word is literal. Everything is on the bagel, and it collapses into a singularity, I guess.
Huh, that would hurt the moon pretty good, huh?
Mm-hmm. It would suck it up.
The moon would already be on the bagel.
Oh, fuck, the moon's in the bagel. So bagel wins that one. I think moon's out.
It also has a copy of the movie Moonfall.
It does. So, okay, the bagel has Moonfall in it, and it also has the copy of its own movie in it, too.
Right.
I think Don't Look Up, asteroid, hit the moon, shatters, it's gone. Okay, that one's out of contention, too. Now, bagel against Geostorm.
I think the Geostorm's in the bagel.
Oh, fucking A. No, we can't keep doing this because
Yeah,
the bagel's going to win everything.
The bagel is currently winning everything.
Yeah, okay.
Exterior to this podcast.
It is.
Right.
So let's think hypothetically. Could Geostorm point its satellites into one big ice laser to freeze the bagel to stop it sucking things up?
I don't know, because doesn't the bagel also exist in multiple universes too? Could it just bring in something that could bring in Gerard Butler?
Oh,
and Gerard Butler would be able to defeat it
from other universes.
The bagel just wants to enjoy itself. So you
don't think the bagel would fight? It doesn't have any offense.
It was just sitting on a pedestal.
That's true. That's true.
It was just kind of hey,
what other movies did we freaking watch?
I'm a bagel. The Core, 12 Monkeys.
Okay, what about this? The Core of the Earth.
Okay, Core is gonna lose against the bagel.
Okay, against the bagel maybe, but against the moon.
The Core can't come out. It's just sitting
Core's
there.
stuck. It's inside of fucking Earth.
No, oh my god! But you're taking the other ones out of context of their movies and putting them in a ring. You take the Earth's core.
Okay, fine.
It's gonna be 75 times the mass of the moon.
All right, you put the core in an octagon with the moon, right? and they're swinging. The core doesn't have any type of spacefaring capability like the moon does.
What?
The moon
It's
has
in
an alien.
space.
The moon has an alien in it that fucking drives it.
Oh my god! But
I
the
feel
core
like
is
the
like
core is
thousands
like a
of
testicle,
degrees.
so it's kind of weak, you know?
What?
The moon hits it once, and then it's out for the count.
The moon is a testicle?
No, the core is.
Oh. I
Yeah.
guess the core is kind of like a testicle for the Earth in
Yeah,
some
it's-
ways. Okay.
It's the weak spot. So the
It's the weak
moon,
spot.
you know, it being exposed in the ring it's at its worst.
Well, when the okay, think about it this way.
Actually, Jason's right.
No, Jason's not right. When the when the object that created the moon, which was about the size of Mars, smashed Earth, the core of the Earth was fine.
Well, Ryan, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude, because the thing that created the moon was an alien, okay? It was an alien from another human civilization that built a megastructure. So I don't know what you're talking about an asteroid or some shit. We're talking about the actual moon in here.
Not in the plot of the core.
You know, Evangelion and Moonfall had more in common with their lore than
that's right. You
I
watched that
thought
weird
about.
anime movie.
God.
You know,
Are
both
they in the same universe?
they could be.
But did Evangelion kill things that weren't human? Or did it just kill humans?
I mean, they had. Oh, yeah. Did it goop? Did
Did
it
it
do
tang
the squirrels?
animals and stuff?
Okay, we're talking about the scene in Evangelion where the giant naked alien ghost turned everyone into what looked like Tang the beverage, the delicious beverage.
You saw how big that thing was? That thing could beat the moon.
Okay, I think so. Pretty good reach. Pretty good reach on those arms. I think it can have the moon on the ropes.
Could it beat the Earth's core?
I think it's too hot.
Kind
I
of came
think-
out of it.
Okay, here's what Jace was saying earlier. The fucking the Death Star. It's the core of the Death Star is the weak spot, right? That's what they aim for. And in Superman, they were also aiming for the core to blow up the Earth. I think the core is the weakest part of Earth.
No, it's not. It's the strongest part. That's the plot of the movie, The Core. And also basic scientific principles.
Let me ask you this though: how come the core people couldn't fix the core? How come they had to rely
They
on the
did.
crust people?
Yeah.
What? Oh,
Those
the
are
core
crust people going into the core.
The crust people are the ones who fucked it up.
It's true. And if the core is so powerful, how come crust people can fuck it up
Jesus
so easily?
Christ.
Okay.
Core's out. It's out.
I think Denali's proving like a really strong point right here, Ryan. And I need Denali. This is Ryan and I right now. Okay.
Okay.
I think Denali's proving that Don't Look Up would win because of how powerful stupidity is.
So
If we're talking about the stop ability of these things,
yeah.
you're saying that
Oh, I can't
core
listen to
wouldn't
this.
win.
God, right? Denali, keep talking.
the core wouldn't win because it was stopped by crust people.
Okay.
Then Jace is right, and Don't Look Up would be the strongest thing because it was the only one that like wasn't stopped.
yeah, but
but Big Space Lady would beat Asteroid.
yeah, she could punch the asteroid away easily. Let's just keep it simple, all right? 12 monkeys, nasty germs. I think loses, right? Who's undefeated so far? Bagel? It's Bagel, right? Still?
Mhm.
Okay, bagels cannot get the cold. And bagels can't get anything, actually. They can't get any diseases that'll affect it because they have no mouths. They can't cough. So let's see here. Annihilation. I think the bagel's going to run into some trouble here. Annihilation.
That's a good point.
That could turn the bagel into like a fucking cube or something. Like it could, because it's like
Turn it into croissant.
it could turn into a croissant.
And everything croissant.
Is a croissant kind of like the fractal of baked goods? It just kind of twists into itself.
Yeah.
I've seen some pretty cool, crazy shaped folded pastries that look like fractals.
Yeah. Okay. So I think bagel's done. I think bagel's out. I think Annihilation's gonna beat Bagel.
Would it beat Moonfall?
I think the moon already lost to the Bagel
I
again.
get fucking confused.
Look, let's rewind the tape. We already took it out. Okay, and
Did
then
the fifth element lose? Because it's sentient and it's also
no,
the
it hasn't.
same thing as Don't Look Up,
oh
but
my
it's smart.
God.
Because
Fifth element.
Kind of like Moonfall too, actually.
Fifth element's been waiting in the corner this whole time while everyone's been hitting each other with folding chairs and hasn't thrown a single punch yet.
yeah, but it loses the love. You know, that's kind of
Lame.
weak.
It doesn't like seeing two people make sweet love in a chamber. Okay, I think let's say Fifth Element is out, okay? Let's say that because it's too easy to destroy it. Bruce Willis summoned a space later by making sweet love, and it's gone. Annihilation versus Neon Genesis Evangelion, the Human Project, whatever they call it.
They kind of do the same thing.
They kind of do, huh?
One of them has a shiny little person, and one has a big space woman.
Okay, so let's maybe put those two in the ring. So let's take the giant naked space ghost versus Natalie Portman's tiny silver copy and have them punch each other.
Wow.
Yeah, I
They
just
do the
don't know
same
enough
thing.
about the lore about Annihilation, too. About, like, because Natalie Portman killed the alien, but the alien was really alive. So I don't know if, like,
Yeah.
the space lady would be like, oh, yeah, I won. And then, like, her eyes would be like, do.
Yeah,
Space Ghost can tang everything.
that's true. Space Ghost could tang.
The alien gets tanged, and then the alien's like, oh, wow, this is a lot better existence than I was expecting.
Boom. I think it's Neon Genesis. Was this the stupidest question we've ever asked?
Yeah, because it's been, like, 20 minutes.
Okay, Neon Genesis wins. That's it, guys. There you have it. I think if you guys disagree, just send us a fan mail. DM us on TikTok or Instagram or whatever, and I will personally debate you.
He's good at it.
And I'm not getting paid for this, so it's for the love of the game.
I used to share a room with you when you
right.
would debate people on Facebook, and it got heated.
That was a mistake. Never again. I was also thinking, now that we're kind of looking back at each movie, do you guys think of like any good sequels for any of the movies that we've watched this season?
13 Monkeys.
Great. Sequel to The Core, all right? I'm going to think of a sequel to The Core real quick.
The Boar.
The Outside.
Oh, The Boar. They got a boar. Into some more stuff.
Like the pig
Crust.
animal?
No, B-O-R-E.
Oh, The Boar.
Yeah.
No, because that's going to be like an opening thing. Like if Roger Ebert's going to be like, oh, The Boar, more like the boar because it sucks. It's
No, because I think it's really good. I think it's actually really good, and you're not giving me enough credit because it's very similar to the movie The Core,
Right.
and it's the same thing. They bored in the core, so now they can bore in other places. They can go to the moon and bore. They can go to Mars and bore.
Okay. So that they can go inside of other planets besides Earth. Okay, now I'm kind of back on board now. So it's kind of like Fast and Furious,
Yes.
except they're just digging to the center of different planets. Let's see. A Geostorm sequel. Marstorm. Biostorm.
That's a
So it's
storm.
Piostorm.
The lasers got miscalibrated, and they're generating piss. Mine is you wouldn't believe this, but millions of years ago,
Yeah.
a human society was dying, so they sent a moon to
Yeah.
Earth, and that was the first movie. But the second movie is Trench Rise, and
Trench.
a second group of society
Okay.
sent something into Marianas Trench. I think I made this joke in that episode.
Wait, so
The Marianas Trench is an AI generated.
There's a robot in the Marianas Trench.
wait, is the trench the robot or is the robots in the trench?
I don't know.
This is too abstract.
This is actually the plot of like Pacific Rim and Godzilla.
Okay, how about
Why didn't we
That would
watch
be good.
Pacific
Kaiju
Rim?
movie.
Fuck.
next season?
Oh damn!
Someone did pitch to me a mecha season, which
Oh.
would be sick. I think if a second moon showed up, like, and then like,
two,
the second
two
moon,
two moon,
Two moon.
Oh, you
two
were
moon, two fall.
you were already here?
and then they're spinning in opposite directions. They're gonna hit, and everyone's gonna try to fix it. But then they're like, no, let them fight. And then the moons are like shooting missiles at each other. Yeah, and they just it's like when you fight with toys. It's like
Smack, smack, smack.
Moonfall 3 could be a third moon, maybe into the mix. We can just
Wait, so Moonfall 2 ended with both moons still there?
it's a standstill, and then it's Moonfall 3 tiebreaker.
Oh shit!
But then I think we can keep adding moons until it's kind of like a Saturn situation where there's like a bunch of them, and then it's like kind of like Avengers. This is dumb.
And then,
this is dumb.
and then Earth could go fight other planets because Jupiter has like 84 moons.
Oh shit!
We could
Wait,
go battle.
I was wondering this the other day.
Then
because,
Earth
like,
has a spaceship, and then we can just fly Earth around.
Okay, what about Saturn? Because Saturn has the rings, and isn't every like one of those? Isn't the ring made of like tiny rocks and dust particles?
Yeah.
Doesn't it have like 800,000 moons then?
Well, no, because that's kind of like a what we define as like a moon is like an object with mass.
With a robot in it.
It's not just. It's
Yeah.
not. Yeah. It's not just like a. Not every rock that orbits something is a moon.
Okay, but I was just thinking like a Saturn versus Earth moon off. It'd be like a fucking Beyblade.
Dude, imagine
tournament.
if we find out that the freaking ring around Saturn is just a blade. It's not rocks.
It's like a Beyblade attachment.
And it's coming to Earth, and it's going to slice Earth in half.
Saturn fall.
Saturn fall.
That's sick. I think
Now we got it.
I do think Patrick Wilson will be in this movie.
Yes.
I think he'll be super tight on it. Can we think of a sequel to Neon Genesis just for like the fans? Like we had a lot of like engagement with our Neon Genesis episode, a lot of hate. So is there like a good maybe sequel we can generate?
A lot of hate on our episode or the movie?
A lot of hate on our episode.
Aw.
I mean, it's hard to come up with a sequel when you don't know what happened in the first one.
Maybe everyone who went into the Tang singularity, they're like, screw those individual people, let's fight them. And then they get into one big Tang mecha, and then everyone else gets into mechas, and it's a big fight. Eh?
I'm imagining that makes sense because I don't really know what the whole situation was with the Tang.
I didn't really see, like, was there massive Tang? Like,
Right.
Was the Tang on Earth still? Was there
Was it just
physical
left
Tang?
over?
Is this
think
like
it
the
was
Kool-Aid Man? It's a big Kool-Aid Tang Man versus humans and mechas?
I think it was a jug that was on Earth. They just implied it off screen. It was just a jug of orange liquid that was the rest of humanity. And it has like a little spout just in case you wanted to like, release a person or something. Yeah, that movie sucked. Is there another movie that...
I don't know. The Sixth Element.
The Sixth Element. Okay. We just need one
It's
non-gutter
got
ball.
Bruce
on the
Willis
nose.
again.
Sixth Element. Yeah, Bruce Willis.
They see dead planets.
See dead planets. I don't know if that's enough of a tie-in. Annihilation. Is there an Annihilation sequel we can think of? That's not
There
Authority.
literally is.
There are
not
multiple
Authority.
books, so...
What if Natalie Portman comes back and then her clone already has her job and the clone's like teaching the class and Natalie Portman's like, oh, who the fuck are you? And the clone is like, you can't have my job. I have a life now. I love being you. And then they fight with mechas or just each other. I don't know. Like a,
I keep trying to make puns out of the name. I was thinking like pie annihilation. They could just fight with pies.
pie annihilation is even a rhyme.
Yes, it does.
What rhymes with un? Sun annihilation. And it's her son who...
That's the son you were going with.
I think
Whole
okay.
next bit, not another movie.
Whole next bit.
bit.
Next bit. Okay. Can we do impressions of each disaster? Just quickly run through as a round robin.
God damn, dude. This
okay.
is so much content.
Okay, the core. Do an impression of the core. Just round robin. Jace, you start.
Oh, I'm gonna stop shaking. And oh wait, I guess I should wait. Let me do this.
No visuals. Jace is spinning in his rolly chair right now. Okay, I narrated to the audience. YouTubers, you're just gonna have to see that impression. That was good, Jace. I guess I'll go.
Lost. You'll have it on your
You'll
audio.
have
I'll have it on my
for
audio.
sure,
You guys
but-
couldn't hear, but I made a lot of whooshing noises.
For what?
For the core, that's what it sounds like.
Oh, we're all doing every
We're
single
all
one.
doing all of the
Doing the
movies.
fucking round robin, real quick, guys.
I
Don't
thought you were
think
gonna
about
do
it.
Fifth Element. You're on Fifth Element.
What? I can't do a core impression? You got to do yours.
Fuck off. You come up with these bits, and they take so long. We're gonna
Just
you want us to
hurry.
do 30 impressions.
Just round robin. Just go.
You want us to...
Do an impression of the core.
Well, doesn't he say like, "This is an apple. This is a core"? Blah 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 blah. Doesn't that's like actual plot point in the core? He's doing an impression of the core.
Was that your core impression?
I
Ryan?
guess
that wasn't an
I'm
impression.
I'm telling you that it was somebody else. That was my impression of someone doing an impression of the core.
Okay, moving on. All right, the Fifth Element. Jace, can you do an impression of the Fifth Element of the evil planet or whatever?
Oh, okay. The Fifth Element. The fifth element. Whoosh through space.
He had a voice.
They're all whoosh, dude.
He had a voice though. He was like, "I'm Mr. Shadow. You have those fucking rocks yet? Oh, I'm super hungry for those. All right.
It sounds
Ryan, go
like you
ahead.
need to do all of the impressions.
I'm going to do all of them with you guys. Ryan, go ahead and give me one.
I can't think of how.
That was a
it's
good
the
impression.
fucking-
That was good. That was good. He didn't make
Yeah,
a lot
that
of noise when he was in
the
space.
sixth one was silence.
Okay, you only get one of those. All right, you can't do it to all of them. Okay, Jace, can you do a moon impression real quick?
Yummy, yummy moon core. Nom, 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 nom.
Okay, that was good. Hey, is that ocean getting closer to me? Stupid, Ryan.
Oh, let's think. Patrick Wilson. Oh no, we could do it. Wasn't Sean Bradley? What's his name? Not Sean Bradley. What's his name? Bradley man.
From Sam Tarley, right?
Sam. Yeah. What's his name?
Samuel Tarley. I don't know his real name.
I'm Samuel Tarley.
You're going down, Moon.
Mega structure.
Okay, that's good enough. That's close enough. Jace, can you do an impression of the virus from 12 Monkeys? That's going to be really bad in my Audio-Technica headphones when I'm editing this. So, a virus. Oh, yeah, a good cough.
Oh, we're actually
What?
impersonating the disasters themselves.
Yeah, that's what we've been doing.
I thought you were like just doing the movie.
No, we're doing impressions of the disasters. Okay.
God, we're only 30% of the way through.
This is going to be a great payout for the audience because they're realizing that you're catching up to them, you know?
Catching up to. Oh, yeah. Oh, I got you. It's right. Because Ryan always talks. Yeah. Yummy humans. Yum. All right, that's it. Ryan, go ahead.
What was that?
That was the virus from 12 Monkeys.
Oh, I already did mine.
Do it again. Do it again for the order.
Fuck you, dude. This is
Do an accordion noise, please.
I'm so upset.
Okay, that was good. That was good. That was a good take. All right. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Do an impression of the bagel.
Apples, bananas, a painting, fish, probably gears, the dice that are on my table, paper.
Yeah. Are you just naming things that are in the bagel?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do it. It's great being round. All right, Ryan, go ahead.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Just lightning round.
Yeah.
Quickly,
I don't
Ryan, you're a
remember anything
bagel.
about this fucking movie.
You're a bagel. What do you?
It is good being round. I like that I have a hole.
Okay. I'm just okay. A geostorm.
Hotter, too hot, zap. Now
Okay.
cold.
Okay.
Now a little wet.
Okay, I'm gonna do impression of geostorm. I guess the satellites. Beep beep boop. Oh no, I have a virus. I'm gonna make an ice laser.
What?
Zip zap.
It all sounds so sexual.
Fuck. That wasn't sexual at all. Okay.
I'm gonna impersonate someone riding the tidal wave caused by the geostorm.
Okay.
You drop in, you could get totally up, and you come down, whoop-ah! And you could drop in, you get totally pitted.
So pitted. I think making like a Point Break sequel with using geostorm to make the waves would be sick. Okay. Annihilation.
Would you like a bear penis?
What? What?
Are you
what
suggesting
movie did you watch?
Annihilation is like the Borg where you can pick like what fucking tentacled freak you could be?
Dude, we didn't even talk about the fucking Borg. Are you kidding me?
Oh my
Dude,
god,
the whole
we did
last
it.
thing you forgot about the movie that you picked.
They'd lose.
Yeah, they lose. Okay. What was? Oh, the Annihilation. I feel like it would be juicy, but I feel like I've done too many juicy ones into the mic. Okay.
No? What about an alligator penis?
Do they have them?
Alligators? They have a. I think they have a hole. That
Cloaca, right?
Yeah.
Cloaca. I don't know. I really don't know. Oh no! A grenade. Okay, Ryan, go ahead.
Free worms.
Okay. Jace, do a pressure of the Borg, please.
The Borg?
Yeah.
We skipped a few movies.
You skipped a movie.
Really? What did I skip?
Evangelion.
Oh, right. Go ahead. Sorry. My list is messed up.
I prefer Simply Made.
That's good. Damn it, you took my Tang joke. I was gonna fucking rip off Tang. God damn it. If I was the alien ghost and I saw a robot, stupid robots. Okay, go ahead, Ryan. These are good.
I can see my house from here.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, that's good. The Borg. Go ahead and do the Borg.
Bing, bing.
Is he still going? Okay, I think we're still going.
Physical,
I thought it was
mostly physical.
It was mostly physical. That was okay. Would you like a claw penis? Like offering if he wants like to have a claw penis. You know, I think they can choose their builds.
Okay. Oh, hey, what's up, guys? Where you going? Oh, what are them guns? Okay. No, y'all seem cool. Don't worry about it.
Want to come to the Borgy later?
Borgy? It's just a bunch
you
of
been sleeping on that one.
it's just a bunch of
20 seconds.
a bunch of USB cables. Okay. What was episode 10? I don't even remember. Don't look up. Jace, can you do an asteroid impression?
Oh, yeah, I subscribe to Joe Rogan's podcast.
Oh gosh. That's the asteroid.
What's that blue ball over there? Oh god.
Oh my god. Oh, you were the asteroid hitting Earth. I get it. That's pretty.
It's a thinker.
Pretty clever.
It's a
yeah,
thinker.
that was a good one. I finally get to do a whoosh one. Neither of you whooshed. I get to whoosh through the atmosphere because I'm the comet. I got to end on the whoosh.
It is clear that I was like the people portion of the problem, right?
I think the asteroid could listen to Joe Rogan.
No. Oh, Jace, I'm now understanding. That was a thinker.
Yeah, that was a good one too. I think we all had some good impressions there.
Wow, we just did 30 impressions.
Yeah, that was pretty good. In a lightning round, we're getting pretty good at these.
I mean,
I think it warmed up.
As soon as I understood that's what you actually wanted me to do, and there wasn't like a miscommunication.
Great. Well, I think we did it, guys. Do we want to get to those graphs about what we thought about the movies in this season and all that?
Yeah, I'll pull them up.
While Ryan's pulling that up, I want to say that I think we should take at least 30 seconds to say that we did a disservice to the core.
Really?
You know, so? We gave it
the rating.
We all gave it 5s on the disaster on the apocalypse because we thought there'd be some above it and some below it, and I think it was probably one of the most disaster apocalypse movies we had.
I think so, because even when I look back, just thinking about it as a movie, I think I enjoyed the core. Shit, like I don't think I disliked it. Okay, Ryan,
if you could zoom in a bit, yeah.
Ryan screen shared the apocalypse graph here. Okay,
I think I spelled Evangelion wrong.
You want to take us through the data of our season?
All right, it's pretty important. I'll start low to high, which is kind of interesting to me. At 10th place, we've got Annihilation.
Lowest on the apocalypse meter. We didn't think that was an apocalypse movie.
Yeah.
Very much.
Then Star Trek First Contact.
It has the same scores. That's cool.
Interesting. Everything Everywhere All at Once, which
are outliers.
I agree with. Kind of the movies that were niche, not necessarily. The Fifth Element is coming in next. I feel
Divisive.
like I probably gave that one a little bit too high apocalypse. So 7th spot though. And this is what I was talking about. The Core in 6th.
Interesting.
It's like a core sample, though. It's like perfectly in the middle.
My thing is, when we started watching it, we thought that like maybe more movies like it would actually happen, because in the core everything was avoided. There was nothing really that bad that happened. Mm-hmm. Whereas if you look at something like Don't Look Up, it did happen. So maybe that weighed into it. I really don't remember.
I think we were still figuring out our meters. I will say it's a disservice that Evangelion's above the core in this one. In terms of like apocalypse movies. Yeah.
Yeah, so then 5th place, Evangelion. And the top 4 in rapid fire, but I think all, well, actually, there's a large gap between 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. So we've got Geostorm and then 12 Monkeys with a 5.7 and a 6 average on the apocalypse. And then the two that really take the cake, just run it home, Don't Look Up and Moonfall in second place and first place.
Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Like, Moonfall and Don't Look Up are like celestial world enders. I think everyone can just be like, yep, that shit would fuck us up. Those are apocalypse movies. I don't know, like, in retrospect, how I feel about Don't Look Up being necessarily like a disaster or apocalypse movie, though. Like, coming off that episode, we were kind of talking about that, right?
But that's what it was about. It wasn't about anything else. You know, like 12 Monkeys had this kind of subplot to it. And, you know, Fifth Element pretty much had a subplot. Like, think about those movies, and those are different than Don't Look Up. It's literally about the end of the world, but it's like a realistic take on it, not like a sci-fi adventure take.
It's I think maybe what you're getting at is like, it's kind of like Geostorm, where in Geostorm I said it was like a political commentary with some world ending in it, but like Don't Look Up was pretty much the same thing, besides the world actually being hit by the asteroid.
Yeah, and I agree with that point too. I think my only pushback, though, is like with the core and with Geostorm, you have like scenes where disasters are happening throughout the movie. I think for me, like, a disaster movie has like, oh, the tidal wave's coming, oh, the thing blew up, like, oh, and then, you know, Don't Look Up just has the one thing at the end, and the rest of it, I think it's about the people, it's about our society and things like that. I don't disagree that it's a disaster movie, but I don't think it's quite as strong as Geostorm in the core for that reason. When you watch these shits, you go to the theater and you want to see The Rock save the day after all the big earthquake happens, you know?
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, it's a good point. It's weird. I did not think that the core in Geostorm would be so low.
I didn't either. Maybe justice for the core at least.
Yeah.
Because it deserved better, and honestly, it's a fun movie. It pains me to see Moonfall get so much credit, even if it is backhanded. Yeah, switch it up to the movie meter. This, folks, is what this is what we actually think about these dang movies. Wow, that graph looks like one of those like a sleepiest staff. Like,
yeah, we're all over the place here, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, sort of. So just kind of taking a retrospect before we go in order. We're bunched together on the bottom 3 movies. We all agree what's like what we didn't like. But the middle is all over the place.
It's a war zone in there.
But then again, the top 3 movies are bunched. So this is kind of interesting. There's kind of buckets of movies. It's not necessarily like, you know, a clear gradient, but there's bad, there's kind of debatable, and then there's good.
I think it comes down to one of the things that we had a pretty serious conversation about in The Fifth Element, and that is the fact that these movies are a piece of art, and you could like just watch something and know nothing about it, or you can have information about the people that produced it or things that happened on set, and you know, they can really affect your vision of the movie or your enjoyment of it. So like, I put a 7 on Fifth Element, and we had a conversation where it's like, knowing that the director's a piece of shit afterwards, it's like, oh yeah, okay, I don't want to, I don't want to be giving that movie a 7.
Yeah, there was elements of that, but I also think we each maybe interface with different like aesthetic aspects of each movie. Mm-hmm. You know, Ryan connected with Geostorm a lot, even when we were shitting on it the whole time. Or, you know, I'm trying to think of like one that I liked, maybe that you guys didn't like. But I've had that with other movies in the past with this podcast.
I'll say Denali holds this season the record for farthest divergence from the average score with
because
Evangelion.
You and I are pieces of shit.
Yeah, we were degenerates that episode. So he rated it a 2, but its average is a 6 because me and Jace both gave it an 8. So yeah, you were far. Me and Geostorm and me and Star Trek were kind of almost there, but yeah. Denali really fell off the wagon with Evangelion.
Yeah, I guess so. I got a lot of strong feelings about my disaster movies, but I do like how we pretty much agree on like the good movies here, as far as like the cream of the crop. But Jace, do you want to kind of go from bottom to top?
From bottom to top at a 0.7 average, we have Moonfall.
Deserved.
Yeah.
Deserved, yeah. in ninth place, a movie that I agree I kind of look a little bit back fondly
Oh,
on.
yeah. It doesn't deserve this.
After the rest of some of the swill that we watched, that I think I accidentally rated higher than this, The Core, or
Yeah.
the first movie we watched in the
Yeah.
season.
It's
got
kind of
ninth
right.
place.
It's put in the right spot, kind of for me.
I wish, for me, Evangelion and Geostorm were below the Core for me.
Really?
And I know that's blasphemous about the Evangelion because I know that's considered a masterpiece, but I liked the Core even though it was dumb.
Geostorm, man. What's wrong with Geostorm?
I know. All right, what's the next one we got?
In eighth place at an average of 3.7, we're sitting on Don't Look Up.
Don't Look Up. Yeah, that's fine.
That's fair.
We just came off that episode. I think we were just exhausted by that movie. We were like, it's fine.
It's hard to deal with the reality of the stupidity in that movie.
Yeah, real life is already so depressing,
Coming in 10, 9, 8, 7th, because I can't keep the count in my head, The Fifth Element with a 4.7. And honestly, I think if I re-rate that, no, it'd be in the same spot if I...
You can keep this score. Yeah,
no, I think it's fine. I mean,
This movie is one that connects with a lot of people, and I think it's the start of our controversial picks here because we have a lot of beloved IP for the rest of it. Some people might rate this at the top, but if you listen to our Fifth Element episode, we had different reactions to it, and that's fine. I think critics did too, as we talked about.
Mm-hmm. Coming in at 6th, a movie that I love and I think slaps, and fuck you, Ryan. Star Trek First Contact.
Okay. So I was thinking, but while you were saying that, I was thinking if just rating on your guys' scores, that movie would come in like tied for third. So that's interesting because that was like one of my least favorite movies I've seen in months.
Someone's a Star Wars fan. That's okay.
I'm not. We talked about that actually
okay,
today.
Man. Your team Star Wars.
I'm not.
You don't like Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Trek's fine.
You don't like sci-fi?
Oh my God! Different.
We just
subject,
watched 10
please.
sci-fi movies.
No, this is different.
I know,
different
yeah.
subject, please. Let's move on.
No, I know. Ryan loves sci-fi. I'm just teasing him. Okay, Jace, what do we got the next one?
Coming in next, which carried on the back of Ryan, Geostorm.
Yeah, I will say I'm largely responsible for the placement of those two movies. It's a good movie, man.
Yeah, you were like the champion for Geostorm, just holding the line.
What did Ryan Ball give it?
Oh yeah, what was?
Oh, Ryan Ball gave Geostorm a 5. It's on 5.
Oh, yeah. Look
Okay,
at
He
that.
gave it a 5 on the apocalymometer as well.
Okay, I don't think that would move the needle really too much
No.
there either.
Not enough.
It would drag it down a notch, technically. But yeah, I don't know. This movie clicked with me. Maybe it's evidence that the context for which you see a movie and maybe like specific context, like your mood and expectations, might have a lot to do with what you view it. And I see that, a lot with like The Fifth Element, First Contact, Evangelion for some of, these scores. The outliers might be different on a different day.
Yeah, it's whether you have your Dr. Scholl's gel inserts in your
Right.
slippers that day. I wish you were wearing them for Star Trek, but that's okay. But I agree, Ryan. Yeah, I mean, I've had those days too, where sometimes I'll rewatch a movie and I'm like, you know what, it's not bad, actually. Well, what do we got next?
Yeah, Evangelion. End of Evangelion. In 4th place. It was a vibe. Like, I mean, I said in the episode that I gave it an 8, but I wouldn't recommend anyone watch it. So, like, I mean, on a realistic score scale, I'm probably closer to you. But it was wild. It's a wild one-time experience.
I agree. It was fucking wild. And, maybe I would enjoy it if I knew what was happening. But like I said, I was not enjoying myself at all during that movie. I was actually like bored, which sucks. But like everyone on TikTok said, we should have watched the series and we're all idiots. So it's okay.
I don't understand. I just don't understand that comment too, because like, it doesn't. Who gives a fuck? Like, I'm not gonna go watch the series, so like, who cares if I watch the movie or not? Like,
it's like it's like it's like the fandom thing, Like this is
I
their.
enjoyed it, but like I enjoyed it. Like, okay, cool, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I didn't watch every other Star Trek movie,
Not yet.
Not yet.
Star Trek season, Star Trek movie season. What
Coming
do
up.
we got for top 3?
Top 3, 3, 2, 1. 12 Monkeys. Annihilation, and number one movie, maybe of the year, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, with a solid 9.7.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
That's really high. That's one of our best scores ever.
Yeah, I think those three movies too, as far as I think this graph is almost ordered into like order of formulaicness. Like with the tens being least formulaic movie and the one being most formulaic. I feel like the last three are some of the most unique scenarios, or even four. Evangelion, Jesus Christ, like.
No, I think that's a really good point, Denali. I didn't think about it like that because, yeah, I mean, even 12 Monkeys is structured somewhat like a normal movie, but it takes a lot of risks and it kind of, skirts what a thinking person's movie kind of looks like because it is a thinking movie. You're supposed to like trying to figure out what's going on, but at the same time, it's got A-listers in it, Brad Pitt, Bruce Willis. So, yeah, I think that's a really good point. And same with Annihilation with Natalie Portman. And, yeah, I think maybe that just shows you that I think audience... And I don't want to say that we are like, smart critics, but I think audience, if you treat your audience sophisticated, we're going to respect the movie. Whereas Moonfall and I think The Core treat us like absolute fucking morons. So... I think it paid off to take those risks.
Yeah, I like when they make me feel smart, and it makes me give them a big rating. And EEAO, Everything Everywhere All at Once, made me feel like a super big brain, and I also loved that movie. I feel like I would like Annihilation, Everything Everywhere All at Once. That's one of those movies where it's like if I like a person, I will recommend it to them. It's like if I feel like they will get it, like that's like kind of like one of those movies for me,
Yeah.
And if I hate them, I'll tell them to watch Moonfall. All right, thank you, Ryan, for displaying that and for making those graphs on your own, Ryan. You did a great job. No, great job making those graphs, Jace. I know it's not easy writing down our fucking numbers every episode. It's a lot to keep track of. And if any of you guys at home have a problem with how we rated this, we don't care. So we keep our scores. It's cemented. It's done. But feel free to let us know in the DMs, and I'll debate you live on air.
You can write us, but you won't because you're a coward.
You won't write us. Oh, I forgot about fan mail, guys. Can I read some fan mail?
Quick, we can lightning storm the fan mail.
Okay, lightning storm fan mail. Okay, first fan mail. Are documentaries on the table? I say yes. I think we can do documentaries.
I wonder if this was submitted by somebody I know, but because me and Julie got into like I was like, she kept sending, or not sending, but she kept saying, we should do this, we should do this, we should do this, and they were all like bangers. Like, yes, it'd be fun to watch, just good movies for 10 weeks, but that's not that's kind of the point of our podcast is we're trying to find things that are maybe underappreciated or trying to find the fault in people who maybe have their egos a little bit too high, Matthew McConaughey. And documentaries, like, name a bad documentary.
I bet there are bad documentaries. Yeah. So
I saw like a Price is Right documentary that sucked. Like, I feel like we could pick niche documentaries too. I mean, I think it's an idea. Like, you have those documentaries about like pinball and shit. It's
the number one worst documentary is Vaxxed, from cover up to catastrophe.
Well, see,
Jesus Christ. That'll either get us.
That's what we're talking about. Yeah,
we might get a ton of traffic from that. A ton of traffic we don't want. Okay, I'd say it's up in the air. We can talk about it. Next question: was there a movie from a season that you wish you could have gotten to? I mean,
what seasons have we done? Fuck.
I think there was one movie that we were talking about during the Ben season, like the Ben Affleck season.
Dogma.
It's Dogma. Dogma was. Because it had like a crazy ass plot, didn't it?
Yeah, it's about God and stuff.
But it's like a comedy drama, and I heard it's not bad, but it's completely out of print. You can't even like fucking rent it digitally or anything. And there's like DVD copies being sold for like $100 on eBay and shit. Every time I go to a VHS store, I try to look for a copy.
We've talked about this. This is kind of maybe a dark horse movie or like a movie that we have been searching for, and we might do like a bonus episode if we can ever get a hold of it.
Yeah.
But if there's a fan out there, small world, but like if you own a copy of the movie Dogma and want to mail it to us, please do. We'll watch it.
Yeah, we want to see Dogma so bad. We talked about it a lot behind the scenes all those 3 years ago now with our Ben Affleck season. I think that one would be tight.
What Keanu Reeves movie did we not get to watch with the
Oh man,
also God and Devil and Angels or something?
Constantine, dude. I wanted to do Constantine so bad. And then Johnny Mnemonic for me too. I also wanted to see that one. God, Constantine fucking rules. I mean, I think I'd be down for a revisited season at some point. Like if we wanted to go back.
Yeah.
Because I mean, even like I think doing Ben Affleck twice, I think is just funny for the meme. Because like who the fuck watches that much Ben Affleck movies of this? Yeah. So okay. Send us Dogma if you have it. Next question. Would you ever consider starting a GBGBs boy band?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And
We are. Yeah. Considered and didn't go very far.
we kind of do. Yeah. We make a lot of songs.
We got one issue. We've got musical talent, semi-musical talent, and then you've got me who's just gonna like yell.
You're putting down vocal tracks, Jace. You
The
have a
problem
hand on
with
every
Jace is he's a
song.
lightning in a bottle. Like,
Yeah.
if we followed him around with a microphone for a few years, we could get some hits.
We can get some hits. He has it in him. All right. He's like the lead singer who doesn't have no
you
music
can't,
theory.
You can't ask him to do it. You can't just say right now make a hit.
I think he's got it in him. All right. We're a boy band. I'm the bad boy.
We've never gotten together and done cocaine, so we don't know what's possible.
That's true. That's true. The most essential part of being in a boy band. Next question. When is merch coming? Merch?
That's a good one. I want some merch.
Michael, get on it.
Yeah, Michael, laser us a merch or a t-shirt. Can you laser a t-shirt?
I think you can. I don't know what it would do.
No.
Could it make like a hole that says the GBGBs logo?
We're also coming up with GBGB's tattoo stencils.
Oh,
so
yes.
We're going to have these tattoo stencils. You can print them out, give them to your tattoo artist, and they will tattoo it on you, not for free. They will just do it. You have to pay them.
Yeah, you do have to pay them.
If
but
you do that, you will get, you can be a guest on one of our episodes, and
maybe
you can get access to all episodes for free.
That's a good
is
deal.
true. The second part's true.
We'll do an episode just for you and only
You can
send you
recommend
the
a
audio
movie.
file.
We'll review you on the episode as well.
Yeah. Wow. That's the spot you picked? Ugh.
What an idiot. He got a tattoo for a podcast.
I would unironically love like temporary tattoos. We need another way to earn income on this podcast, okay?
Another? You mean A?
Other podcasts are selling t-shirts, podcasts who are the same size and smaller than us, and they sell more than one, okay?
Huh.
I
Like
feel
I said, Michael,
yeah.
get on it.
you
Lazy
guys-
ass.
Michael, please make us free merch. We will not pay you. If anyone wants merch, DM us and let us know, please, because it helps us to know the demand.
We should we haven't even done like our Podbean landing page, and now we have to skip straight to merch.
Merch.
Landing?
And then we're
on
going to
the
have like
website.
conventions. When we go to GBGB's Con, it's going to be such a big
I would
deal.
love a GBGB's con.
I'd wear a GBGB's t-shirt, and then people would ask what it was, and I'd be like, a podcast.
Check
It's
it
nothing.
out.
Check it out. Do any of you own an orange Nickelodeon VHS tape? I feel like Ryan might.
No, yeah, I totally do. Rugrats.
Okay.
Like currently or used to?
My parents still
it just
have
said,
it.
do you own it? Okay, that rules. Ryan, actually, that's sweet.
I think it's like,
because,
the
love this.
Rugrats movie, right? Is it orange?
Same one.
Yeah, it is. It totally is. Hell yeah. Would you ever consider an entire review in improv character voices?
Yeah.
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 Hello.
Wait, but one's
No.
yeah, we don't get to pick, right? Like
If we
we got
did,
a random.
yeah, if we had like a wheel of chaos, and you enter in every character from the movie, and then you spin it, and you have to do the improv.
That's actually
You
a
have to
funny
do
idea.
their.
You have to do the impression of that character the whole time.
What if? Yeah, that's weird. If they're just a normal person.
Yeah, well, you got to play in the space. It's part of improv. You got to
Showbiz,
make it.
baby.
You make showbiz.
I was thinking like Rasputin. I thought that's what we're going for. It's like you got to do the whole review as Optimus Prime.
This movie sucks.
This movie has no energon.
For the love of God, give me a Scooby-Doo season. I know who that one's from.
That's Joe.
Maybe. There's like, remember Joe was telling me he has like all the animated Scooby-Doo movies. He could be our safari guy.
Our supplier.
Our
If
supplier.
Joe just absolutely tells us how we can get more views, and
Yeah.
it's by him pumping his fans full of our content.
Yeah, Joe is his own content machine at Comics Coda as well. And I have to say, the episodes that he's on, particularly our speed episode, is our biggest fucking episodes we've ever done. I don't know. Maybe it's the magic. The other one is any Cleverbot DM session soon.
When it's on Jace.
This has been. We haven't had a Cleverbot since the Matthew McConaughey season.
What?
I'd be down for another. Right? It's been that long, surely since the fucking dragon episode, I think.
Wow.
Maybe we
it's been
figure
at
out
least
how
2 years.
ChatGPT works, and then we do an AI.
Oh, yeah, we
sweet
could do that.
Jesus.
Like a non-racist AI.
Yeah.
Instead of
Well, we could
Cleverbot.
Just cut it out like we normally do, and then just
It takes so
keep the
long.
story. So many resources. Okay, the last few here. I'm going to wrap this up. Would you guys consider doing a brand season, a Good Boys Gone brand, where you only review movies based on existing brands? He-Man, Bionicle, the Lego Movie, Emoji Movie, Transformers, etc.
That's not bad. That's actually pretty good. But I don't have a concept of what a brand movie, like, for a
Yeah, what it
theme,
means.
like a meter,
Yeah.
you know?
How to separate it from like a franchise. They did say, I'd like to know how many of these are blatant cash grabs versus which ones have real heart. Like, so which
Yeah.
ones are kind of like capitalized. I think that's
Bionicle.
somewhere.
Emoji movie versus Lego movie situation.
Bionicle's all heart. It's not, there's no fucking cash in there. All right.
Yeah, they didn't
Wow.
make shit.
The latest Bionicle movie I was telling you guys made $4,000.
So, like, at box office?
Yeah. I think it showed in like Jeff's garage. And then the other fan mail, more dogs, please, in all caps. Is there a dog movie with Ben Affleck? Can you convince him to make one?
We have no poll, so
We have no. I have
we don't know.
very.
Is this not clear? We don't know the people.
We don't. Look, through my Hollywood connections, I have very loose associations with Ben Affleck. I think I could make this happen.
It's like you're going to show up as an extra on set and you're going to be like,
Yeah.
I heard
movies.
Ben likes sandwiches.
Yes.
I just, you know.
Hey, you guys have sandwiches over here? I heard something about sandwiches. Like I said, I'll do any movie for a sandwich.
Dear God.
I didn't even know what Daredevil was. Yeah, I'll do more dog. I'll do another dog season.
I would,
think-
yeah, definitely.
To me, like our dog season was our cultural apex as a podcast, because just every time I mention, like when I mention other seasons, we're like, oh, we reviewed like Keanu Reeves, and people are like, oh, cool, like likable guy. But when I said we're reviewing 10 dog movies, people are like, excuse me? They like put down their coffee and they look at me.
I think it's one. So like this podcast has a couple moments for me. It's like one when we realized that we were actually going to watch 10 Ben Affleck movies. That we were like, oh fuck. And then when we started pitching themes and we landed on dogs, I was like, okay, it's too bad we're completely unnoticed as a podcast, because like this is actually a good idea.
We have a dedicated fan base. We're growing every day. We've got other podcasts who are trying to look at our formula and trying to take it. I've seen other podcasts trying to do marathons now. You notice that?
Idiots.
There was general like movie review podcasts where they pick a random movie, and some of them are like, we're going to do a 10-movie marathon. I'm like, you fuckers have been following us for 2 to 3 years. I'm just saying. I see you. I see what you're doing. Give me a cut of the cash. Please, just Venmo me anything you make. Anything. Guys, we need money. We need GBGs are broke. It's Good Boys Gone Broke. And we're going to start a Venmo. We're going to start a Patreon eventually. I think a Patreon's not a bad idea.
I'm wondering how far we're going to make this, where it goes from like, oh yeah, that seemed like a hobby, to wow, you guys have a problem. 100 episodes might be it. Like,
yeah. Should we
You guys
get
have a
into
favorite-
the Should we get into the meat of why we're here?
All right, well, let's explain what's going to happen here. We're in the meat of the podcast, the thing that everyone waits for, which
Suffers
is deciding
for.
our next season here. Okay, we're deciding like what things are we gonna marathon next. All right, we're inside currently the bunker in the apocalypse season. We found the keys. We got out. Where are we gonna go next? Okay, for the next 10 movies. You guys get it now? All right, I won't belabor this further. So each of us are gonna have 2 pitches. That's the rule. Okay. Now, before we had this complex Byzantine voting system that we got rid of. We voted it out, and now we put it all on God. All right, we put it into the wheel of chaos, and we enter it into this big picker wheel. We spin the wheel, and that chooses one of our pitches, and that's it. That's done. All right. No need for any fancy fanfare. All we're doing is putting our offerings up for the Wheel of Chaos. So, what's our pitch order here? So I
actually think mine would be funny to go first. Now that I'm thinking
okay,
about
you want to go first, Ryan?
I've got some real dumb stuff.
Do you want to go second then, and then I'll go third?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So each of us are going to do 2 pitches.
We talked about this a little bit because we've decided that themes are so much more fun than actors.
Yeah.
So, but I am going to keep the tradition of the podcast and I'm going to pitch one theme and one actor. So I don't think you're going to see either of them coming. And this first one, I'm going to say it was Julie's idea. And I got to say, I fell in love with it. She's got some good examples here, but we're slowing things down. We're getting a slice of that simple life. All that end of the world stuff is too crazy. Not for me. I don't watch the news. I just get up real early in the morning and work with my hands. You know why? Because we're watching farm movies.
Farm movies?
Fucking God.
What's a farm movie?
Exactly.
Oh God.
Exactly. What's a farm movie, you guys? What's a farm movie? A movie that has to do with the farm?
What's that cartoon from Disney Channel with the cows and the chickens?
Back at the barnyard.
Back at the barnyard.
That movie.
They probably also literally one called Cow and Chicken.
Cow and Chicken. Was there a movie though?
Anyways, okay. So I have some examples.
Okay, please.
There's a lot of farm movies, guys.
Those claymation ones.
There's movies that take place on farms, movies that are about farming. Also, a slight crossover with horse movies. So we have, for example, we have Field of Dreams. We've got Babe, Charlotte's Web. Yeah. Get this. Signs. That's a farm movie.
Oh my God.
The Witch. That's a freaking farm movie about the Puritan times. The Northman. That's an Icelandic farm. We've got Of Mice and Men. Horse Whisperer? What is that, Julie? I don't know. Barnyard. Chicken Run. We got anime movies. We also have Jordan Peele's Nope.
Is that a farm movie?
I don't know.
It is definitely on a farm.
And then we have Fantastic Mr. Fox. We've got a lot of farm movies. And there's a bunch of weird stuff that like we don't watch, like Hallmark movies that show up on farms.
I'm on board. On board.
Did you say Charlotte's Web already?
Yeah.
Babe.
Yeah.
Babe is in this. Yeah. But not Babe in the Big City, because that's not a farm movie.
It's not a farm movie.
Ooh.
It's right there in the title.
Yeah. There's a lot of, I'm looking through, like, I Googled farm movie. There's Home on the Range. There's some wild
there's a lot of
movies.
farm movies, you guys. And I think that's...
Jesus.
It's the exact opposite of my second pitch, in that if farm movies, let's say it's wide open, this one is going to be right down the middle. There's 10 movies. Don't get me wrong. There's 10 watchable movies.
You're sounding very defensive right now.
Yes.
This is making me nervous.
There's 10 watchable movies. There's not a lot more than that.
Okay.
But we could do a full season of Sean William Scott movies.
Oh my God.
Who is that?
Exactly.
It's okay.
He's
go ahead.
Best known as, like, what, Stifler or Stifler? From
Stifler.
American Pie. He's also the other guy that's not Ashton Kutcher in Dude, Where's My Car? He's got at least 10 movies, you guys. He's got Dude, Where's My Car? Okay. We've got Goon. It's like a hockey movie.
Yeah.
American Pie, of course. He's in a movie called Mr. Woodcock. He's in Dukes of Hazzard.
He's up Without a Paddle, right?
No, that's just a different generic white man. Dukes of Hazzard, The Rundown with The Rock. Bulletproof Monk? We could get another Kung Fu movie? Guys, he's in Role Models. That's a good one. Final Destination. God. He's in Evolution with David Duchovny.
Okay, this gets to like why I thought it was funny to do Ben Affleck.
Yes.
Where it's
exactly. This is part of the conversation I had with Julie. Is that like Matt Damon, not funny.
Right,
Ben Affleck,
like, of course,
funny.
Because they're like, why?
you can't do the main line. Like it's like, so that's why it was kind of funny. Like Matthew McConaughey is kind of this like weird person who's kind of like got a kind of a meme of himself.
Right.
Sean William Scott is not. He's not an A-lister. You know, but how funny would it be to watch every single one of his movies?
I want to point out here too that his parents were definitely thinking of something, because each one of his names has a double consonant.
Holy
Sean with
moly.
2 N's, William with 2 L's, Scott with 2 T's.
They
which
thought about
means
it.
this guy must be fucking like Illuminati.
There's something going on there. Yep.
Yeah.
And I think he's a good dude. I think he's like he plays the everyman, but in real life he's an introvert. He's a shy person. And
he's Country Mac.
Right. He's never
Country
like
Mac.
the
Country
main
Mac?
star too.
you wouldn't
And I
know.
think that's kind of going to go into the meter because like if he plays too big of a role,
Right.
is he really Sean William Scott?
Okay. All right. I'm for this. Right. I remember an interview like back in 2006 where there was like this small like celebrity party and they were interviewing Sean William Scott and he's like, "Am I the most famous guy here?" And the interviewer was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, this is not a good party." I was like, and I thought that was like a really like that made me like him in that moment. Yeah, I'm down for Sean William Scott. I think one of the things is when we're pitching something, I like people to say why when we are doing a season. All right, fuck, man. Okay. Jace, this is your slot. What's your pitches, man?
I texted you guys last night and I said, I am going to F you guys over so hard.
Okay.
I'm going to stick with those choices. Just because, like you said, these are going to go onto a picker wheel. That's not going to have any weighting. It's going to be random. So I want you to visualize. We're just getting out of the bunker. We come up. Everything's fine, right?
And you're on farm.
But we come up out onto the forest. We see the GBGBs mansion. We finally get cell service because we're not behind 4-foot steel doors, right? And we all get a notification on our phone. And we're like, oh, shit. Oh, God, we're late. And we realize that our little child that's all grown up is
so
at
nervous.
his Good Boys Gone parent-teacher conference. My first pitch is high school movies.
Oh my god. Yes. Okay.
So this includes movies like I don't know. I watched one last night where with Elijah Wood and
The Faculty.
John. Yeah.
Oh, it's sick.
Yeah.
It's sick. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I didn't really watch it. I couldn't hear it. There was no audio in the bar, but it was on. Episodes 4 and later of Harry Potter technically line up with American high school age, so those count.
Oh.
Twilight counts.
Okay. Okay.
The Breakfast Club is, I think,
Yeah.
like a
High
very
School
famous.
Musical. You
Yeah,
could
High
do
School
21
Musical.
Jump Street.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. This is gonna be good. This is good. And
So-
also terrible, but also good.
So high school movies, and I think
Yeah.
like the GBGB parent teacher conference, it'll be an interesting way to rate movies. We can do A+, A minus.
Oh.
C, B+,
Okay.
B, B minus, C+, C, C minus, and then F.
Is that enough numbers? Is that 10?
It is.
I think it is, right?
Yeah.
Holy shit, we could do it. We got a report card. That's our meter.
Yeah.
Wow, the report card.
Jesus. That's good. That's good.
Oh, jeez, that's actually that's a good concept. Conceptually, you
High
did
school.
well.
Yeah. And then, so I'm really excited about that. And then the second one is just our older child. It's just college movies.
No, Chase, no.
Like Good Will Hunting and Accepted.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Accepted is so good.
And we could do other American Pie movies, but we
Yeah.
really shouldn't.
Technically,
22 Jump
even
Street.
though it is
22
not
Jump Street.
the focus of the movie, things like Cabin in the Woods is primarily college students
Yes,
on a
dude,
college
oh my
break.
God, you're
Student-
so
but that's not
right.
a college movie,
Dude,
though. That's
same
like the
with
age.
Friday the 13th for high school movies. Oh my God.
Yeah. So
Pitch Perfect.
Exactly. So I thought really forcing us into a school theme would
That'd be really funny.
terrible.
Guys, there's now a
hilarious.
1/3 chance we're doing that.
There's a 1/3 chance we're going to do school, and I'm going to pitch middle school movies. Movies that take place in middle school.
That's Harry Potter 1, 2, and 3.
And the movie 8th Grade.
Diaries of a Wimpy Kid.
Diaries of Wimpy Kids. It's the rest of the Diaries of Wimpy Kid movies. All right, sweet. Holy shit, that's gonna be so fucking wild. Okay. All right, I'm gonna do my pitches. No fanfare here, okay? No fanfare. The first one, okay, it's we've been having a high octane season here, okay? And I want to shift it into a higher gear, okay? I'm gonna pitch the Fast and the Furious 2G2B, okay? Too fast, too good, boys. We're doing Fast and the Furious. That's my pitch. All right, we got all the movies.
Finally.
It's gonna be dumb. And there's a new movie coming out, Fast and Furious 10, coming out soon. And who knows? Maybe the stars will align.
Should we watch them in chronological order or the order they came out?
I think it's got to be order of release.
Oh, it's so random.
I think we should watch descending order.
I think we should watch them chronologically.
I've never seen like past 3. I wouldn't have no fucking idea what's happening.
Yes, you would, because you'd be starting at the beginning.
No. Okay, Fast and the Furious, and then yes, I'm just looking for something that's like very like exciting, high horsepower. And on the topic of horsepower, my next pitch is going to be horse movies. Movies starring horses, just like the dog season. And so now we have a high probability.
Yeah, just like the dog season.
We've got 1/3 horse movies and 1/3 school movies.
And then Sean William Scott is just in it.
This is the greatest party ever.
Oh, God, have mercy on our souls.
So yeah, I think we got a good batch.
We have a
here.
50% chance of watching this Sean William Scott movie. That's awesome.
Because he's in Fast and the Furious?
No. He's in your high school and college movies.
Oh, okay.
It's his bread and butter.
Isn't he in a horse movie?
I don't know.
A horse is gonna be in one of these movies that we watch. Just that is guaranteed.
Fast and the Furious. That's one of the prequels.
There's gonna. It's just a cowboy movie.
Pretty funny.
Just cowboys.
So it's Vin Diesel, and he's like in a cowboy. It's like, oh, family.
And they're stealing gramophones off the back of like a fucking trailer.
Off a little carriage.
Is Tokyo Drift just like where they like make the horses? Like
No, we're not remaking them all. I'm saying one of the Fast and the Furious movies.
Oh, I was gonna think like an ancient Tokyo Drift where their horses drift because they have slippery shoes. Okay. Yeah, all of those are fucking insane. So I don't think we're gonna have a boring season.
No, it's gonna be crazy. Is this working for you guys?
Yes, it is. Thank you, Ryan.
I have shuffled.
Oh,
okay.
I forgot to say that maybe I said Good Boys Gone Bland Office Hours was the college movies.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
The stable for the horses and maybe the garage for Fast and Furious.
Okay, are we ready?
Holy shit. Okay. So whatever we pick, it's one spin.
Oh, man, wait. This is going to fucking decide our fate.
Yeah, it's going to be the next 10 movies. It's a lot of hours that we're going to have to watch this, okay? Ryan's putting in the inputs now, but whatever it lands on, we're going to do for next season for sure. And then I guess whoever it picks, like whoever season it is, they'll decide the first movie. And
I don't want college movies anymore. Oh, God.
You put on a fucking wheel.
Are we ready?
Hold
hands, boys. Let's do this.
Hold hands. All right, we got this.
And here it goes. Here it goes. It's coming around.
Our heaven is wheeled. Thy picks for us.
It's Sean William Scott. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, man. I'm so happy.
Oh God.
Guys, I got 2 in a row.
Ryan got 2. This is the start. This is the start of the Ryan streak. I'm calling it right now.
Supposed to ever get another one.
Okay, we're doing 10 Sean William Scott movies. I can't believe I said that sentence out loud. I think that's the first time that's ever been said.
You know what? This is a good chance. This is the best chance we've had to get the person we're reviewing on our podcast. Imagine telling him that there's a podcast reviewing all of his movies. Because we're going to have to review like all of his movies.
You might be able to slide into his DMs and get him on as a guest.
I'm going to message him right now and be like, hey, are you busy next week?
Do it.
No, wait. I think we should wait till we have at least one episode out.
Yeah, so make sure we don't shit on him too hard for this first episode so that he would want to come on. Ryan, I guess you got the first pick.
Dude, Where's My Car? We're watching Dude, Where's My Car? You can't do a Sean William Scott movie and season and not watch Dude, Where's My Car?
Is he wearing the car? I've never seen it.
You've never seen Dude, Where's My Car?
No,
I haven't seen Dude, Where's My Car either.
Oh my God. I watched it like week 1 of the pandemic.
Yeah.
And it's like defined my whole pandemic vibe.
Okay, cool. Oh, it's on HBO. Perfect. Okay, great. We're watching Dude, Where's My Car next week. Sean William Scott. If you're out there, we'd love to have you on. Maybe you can critique your own performance or not. Whatever you're comfortable with, we'll be down for. And folks at home, if you want to watch along, just let us know what you want to see. I don't know. You said he has 10 movies?
He's got more than that, but
He's
there's
got
like
a lot of movies.
There's 10 actual good or at least decent, entertaining Sean
Where
William
he's
Scott
represented.
movies. Yeah, there's like we could go 10 and not have a real downer.
Okay, all right.
He also has movies that have made like $2,000.
Well, that's pretty cool. Let's not dunk on the poor man.
No,
too much.
that's not what I'm saying. Like it's so
Yeah.
he's chill AF.
I'll look around for him. I'll see what new movie he's doing and be an extra, and then
Do you
get fired.
think he has a website that I can just email him?
SeanWilliamScott.com.
Let me see, Sean. Oh, he has 2 N's in his name. That's weird.
Yeah.
Sean has 2 N's. Like
What
Jace was
I
saying.
did the whole. Oh.
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. It's weird. It didn't register until I looked at it. It looked weird. Did we get a ID? Okay, I got his Instagram, Sean William Scott. He has 44,000 followers. I honestly think I could slide in.
Let's wait till we have an episode out.
Yeah, and so we got to be nice for Dude Where's My Car, strategically speaking, because if it's like another
He's
Keanu
the best part
thing,
of the movie.
okay, because if it's gonna be like a 47 Ronin thing where we're just like really shitting on the guy, and then we're like, we love Keanu, but then I can't like tell him about the podcast because he's gonna listen to the first episode, and we do stupid impressions of.
He's a hockey fan.
Oh yeah, big hocky fan because of Goon. Jason's gonna pitch Goon. I know it.
Yep.
Goon's a great movie.
Okay.
What are we calling this? We can talk about it next
Yeah.
time. Did you have any like
Nope.
ideas though? No, okay. All right.
None
I
whatsoever.
want to call it the Scott and Naughty. Sean and Naughty.
Scott,
Not
what?
like naughty, not like NAUG, like like
like-
Illuminati, like because it's got 2 L's and 2 whatever.
The Illumiscati?
There we go. It's so much better than Jason's. It's
Okay.
so much better.
No one's gonna know what that is.
Oh, but it's funny.
Okay. Do you guys have any GBGB enjoys? Anything you've been enjoying this week in general, or?
I started my new lifting program, and so I'm listening to the Doom soundtrack.
Shit. The Doom
Ooh.
soundtrack?
Like it's when
Oh.
I go from
Your
like
hype music.
yeah, I kind of go through this like I start out with the Tron soundtrack, and that lifts me up, and then when I'm like ready, I do Doom, and then I back off and do some Dream Pop.
Nice.
To
I
finish
like
it
it.
out.
I wish you well on the lifting program.
Thanks.
And if you notice, Ryan's voice is a little more muscular in future seasons.
It's the trend.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the it's the steroid. Jason, you been enjoying anything this week?
Looks around the room.
I could go next if you needed.
You know,
to think.
actually, let me take a second. Can I do an anti? Can I do
Yeah.
what I've really been hating this week?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I got signed up for a training at work.
Okay.
It's a training on this little thing that engineers use called geometric dimensioning and tolerancing.
Oh my god, I fell asleep
Fun.
halfway through that word.
And I just want to say, fuck you, D. Meadows.
I'm assuming that's the author of the book and not your boss.
It is the author of the book. It's the guy who taught the class. And honestly, we could have covered the entire details of this 3-day, 8 hours a day course in 2 hours. If he
8
wasn't
hours.
spending the entire time jacking himself off about how many committees he's on, how many committees he started, and all the great things that he's done. And I hate this guy. I look forward to learning as much as I can out of this book and then burning it.
Well, we better hope he's not a Sean William Scott fan and listens in for the state of the podcast. But Jace hates his class. Jace, I hate it for you too.
Thank
Hope you
you.
can get in there and out of there and maybe learn a lot and make a lot of physics bucks. For my GBGB enjoys this week, a band called Yola Tango released a new-ish album. It came out earlier this month called This Stupid World, and this band was like a famous like indie band from the 90s. My uncle actually took me to see them back in 2009 at the Pitchfork Music Festival in Chicago. That was like the first time I saw music that wasn't just like kind of post-grunge, like yeah, that was very masculine at the Alaska State Fair. So seeing something like this where it was kind of like dream pop, I was immersed in like a hipster environment in 2009. That was like, that was kind of the apex of hipster culture with like the thick frame glasses and the beards. It was amazing. It like changed my entire aesthetic. I also rode like a tandem bicycle with like this mail courier during that period. It was like a really bizarre weekend. Yola Tango holds a special place in my heart. He was like my uncle's friend. Okay, that sounds worse. He was.
This is going
Okay.
off the rails.
I stayed with my uncle. He took us to his friend's place, and his friend's like a mail courier. He like delivers like letters on a bike across Chicago.
On a tandem
then-
bike.
He has a tandem bicycle him and his wife use to like fucking get around town really fast. And he's like a professional bicyclist. And then he called us into his garage. This is sounding worse, but it's all above board here. Like, me and my uncle came in, and my uncle was like, hey, I heard you bought this thing from like an auction house. And he's like, yeah, check it out. And then he like shows me these boxes, and there's hundreds of them, and it's all 1930s pornography. It's like vintage pornography from like World War I, World War II era.
Is that your rec? I'm confused about what the rec is.
This guy was cool, though. He was a cool guy.
Things I've been enjoying this week. 1930s porn.
He's very tasteful. But anyways, I saw this band during that weekend. Yola Tango, they're a great band, and they released a new album called This Stupid World. It's really great. I love seeing older bands come out with great material. Yeah, great album. And maybe take a gander at some 1930s pornography. Do we want to end the show?
You should end it on that comment.
I can't end it on that.
My face hurts.
Okay, rate our podcast on Apple and subscribe. I just want to say that. It's the new season.
Scotty. Oh, wait. Live Scotty.
Crack a Scotty. Let your Scotty wobble. Scotty wobby.